I just make another quick little video, kind of a rant almost, talking about racism. I got to vent. I got to vent a little bit about racism because I've once heard the term and phrase. Here's the term. My name is Wallace. I'm a vampire, by the way. All right. I am an outsider. I always will be. Ain't many vampires. Let's just put it that way. All right. All right. So now that I said that, racism. I've heard this phrase, this term before, from a leadership perspective. Thinking like a leader. Racism. Now, I did not say this. Trust me. Racism is good. I've taken a lot of time. I've thought about that phrase. Why would you say that racism is good? Well, think about it. I've thought about it. I've thought about it a lot. And from a leadership perspective, I've got a lot of people knowledge. Well, and I've got a lot of free time to think about things. Okay, and let me say this first: I love people. All people don't matter. It don't matter if you got arms, legs, even if you don't got arms and legs. If you got hair, if you don't got hair, if you got eyes, don't matter what color. Your skin color don't matter. It do matter though, but it don't. Still love you. All right. So back to what I was saying. I want to dissect that phrase. Racism is good. That is such a contrast. That what a phrase to ignite so many feelings, like so many bad feelings. Why would you say that? Why would somebody who is why would a leader of all people, a leader of people, a person who is a protector, a teacher, why would they say that? Why would anybody say that? Maybe it wasn't a leader. Maybe I heard it. Maybe I heard somebody say that. Maybe I imagined someone saying it. It don't matter. Well, it do matter actually. I'm backtrack a little bit. Where did I hear that? Who said that? Whoever said that is one of the things you don't say, and you should never say. It don't matter. You should never say racism is good. You should never say that. So why where'd that come from? Let's say I imagine somebody, for argument's sake, because you usually when you say something that somebody else said, the first thing that somebody wants to know is who said that. How did you hear that? Because it better not be coming from you. And if you're lying right now, if you're method acting, I'm gonna be so freaking mad at you. But no, I heard it. I heard it somewhere. I don't recall where. But it pissed me off, rightfully so, and it confused me. I didn't even think. Why? How would something so terrible be considered true? be considered right. There's got to be something to it. You ever hear something that don't sound right, but it's like it's coming from someone that usually says right things to you? Or you hear something from someone who's innocent minded in a way, in a regard. And you trust that person for their who they are and what they stand for. And they say something like that and you don't know why. When you think about it, there's something. Are they just saying it to piss me off? Why would you say that? I think, this is now talking from me, these are my words. Protecting a person's culture and identity is critical. You want to preserve culture. Culture is good. Culture is good. Culture is beautiful. Different cultures are beautiful. The people that are within the cultures and the stories and storytelling, the art, the behavior, the humanity within cultures. It's beautiful. Enough said. But if you want to preserve culture that people feel comfortable with, if you want to talk to people, you need to learn about people, the differences. Why would you want to do that? Why are you going to put in all that work? It's work. Sounds like a lot of trouble. Ain't it just easier to... Let's just simplify things. The reason why we don't do that, the reason why we can't, should I say, literally the word can't. When you can't do something, you figure out another way. It's that, you hear that phrase, if you can't do it, it's like me breaking my leg. I can't run no more. Maybe I can sometimes, I'm a gosh darn vampire. But I don't run too fast. Alright? Can't do it anymore. Can't. It's a reality. Just can't. Not because I don't want to. Not because I don't want my leg not to hurt. I just can't. It's going to hurt. It's the truth. So if you can't do something, if you can't simplify it, if you can't just ignore other people's cultures, you got to find a way to preserve your own culture or what you feel comfortable with and what the people around you within your culture and different variants of that. You got to preserve that and also not only try to respect other people's cultures. That's not enough either. There's one step further. And it's not a can't. So if you can't do that, if you can't simplify things, then you must. If you can't do something, then you must do something else. And what must you do? If you need to preserve what you love and what other people love and hold on to, what must you do? Well, the answer is build a bridge. A bridge, metaphor, not a literal, not an actual bridge. But a bridge within culture, people do it all the time. We're built for it as human beings. Maybe not all human beings, can't speak for all human beings. I don't know. But I have a theory that that human beings can. Something within our genetics that allows us to bridge, to build a bridge within our own minds. Once we understand and learn about other cultures, to build a bridge with our own. So why would someone say racism is good? It ain't. I think that might be the point. When you hear a phrase that don't sound right, is to think about it. There's something about it. It's like a puzzle. You hear something ain't right. It's like a puzzle. Figure out the puzzle. It's like, you ever hear those, in some fantasy type books and movies, they talk about sphinxes, not sphincters, but sphinxes. They're these magical creatures that tell riddles. You answer the riddle right, they'll let you pass. If you don't, well, it's not good. So these are riddles, puzzles. But not only are there riddles and puzzles, you have to be in the right mindset. You have to be in the right way of thinking to even figure out that the phrase, that the words that you are hearing, you have to be in the right mindset to even identify that it's a question, that it's a game, that it's a thing to figure out. How do you identify riddles that are hidden? Gotta be in the right mindset, like I just said. Anyways. It's frustrating when I see people who are confused, scared, angry, hateful, showing signs of racism. It's frustrating. And to me, as a leader, as someone who does not accept that, it's not about a way of thinking. It's the simplification that I give. To me, it's like someone saying, "I give up. I can't do it. I just can't do it. I don't get along with this person. I can't do it. Can't. It's a can't. When I know that it's not a can't. The can't is that you can't stay where you are. You can't stay mentally. You can't simplify it. You just can't do it. Can't. It's like what I just said earlier. It's just a giving up that I cannot tolerate. And why can't I tolerate it? Well, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. But the reason why I cannot tolerate it, because of what I know. But also, more importantly, I don't like seeing people hurt. And when I see racism, I see the person who's doing it, they're hurt. They're hurt. They're hurt and they're angry at themselves. They're angry at what has happened to them, but they're also angry that they're being that way. You can see it's like an ugliness that you can identify. So I say, well, you can't simplify things. You can't stay where you are. You must preserve your culture. Your culture is beautiful. Each person, each person's upbringing, and the people that love them, you must preserve that, of course, always. You got to build a bridge. You got to show them how to build a bridge. That's what leadership should do. It's what parents, some, should try building a bridge. Sometimes the parents don't do that. I understand that. They don't know how. They say you can't. It's not true. You build a bridge. It ain't easy. Sometimes you don't get the opportunity to hang out with nice people from other cultures. Sometimes that's not even an option. How do you learn about other people's cultures if they don't let you in? If they don't even want to be around you? You gotta, like, how do you do all those things? Like, how do you learn that if you don't know? All that work for what? Why would I do that? What do I get out of it? It's not an easy thing. I know. I know. But it's one of those things. It's not a can't. Or sorry, it's not a. It's not a. Well, it's not a can't. You can build a bridge, but it's a can't situation where you can't simplify things. You just can't do it. It's a must. A must. A necessity. To grow. To love. To not be hated. To not offend. To survive with other cultures, with other people, different people who are different than you, people who are different than you by means of their culture, how they look, how they behave. How do you build a bridge? You communicate, you talk to them, you watch, you observe, you respect, you try your best. But probably one of the most critical things is finding nice people, people who are nice to you. And then you do basic human things like sharing, giving, listening, behaving well. Basic human things, basic things that we know how to do. That's how you do it. Well, how the heck would that be enough? Trust me, it's enough. It changes your brain. Your brain, it has the capability of building, and bridging and loving. You don't have to tell it to do that. You don't tell it to. It does it for you. So I just want to make this little video, vent, try to be at peace with the frustration. Trying to let that calm. So, all right, y'all. I am tired, and I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. And appreciate y'all for listening, and hope y'all get something out of it. All right, y'all. Have a good night.